Right, let's crack on then and do this mission. Got Louise with me this time, so she's going to be sitting, chatting with me, just watching, not playing. So yeah, let's do the mission. See what it is. Yeah, the story's actually been quite good so far. Quite pleased with it. I think that's the one thing that I'm confident is going to be good in this game, you know. Like, obviously
they needed to pick up their slack on that.
It was the biggest faux pas, really, wasn't it? That's weird. I don't just teleported me to the same space. I presume it just got rid of everyone in the server or something. Weird. Yeah, it was the biggest fuck up, really. The story, like, everyone always talks about the story. I did a whole like parody video about it for like Destiny 1 because it was just ridiculous.
It's quite good, actually.
Nothing meant anything, like, you know. What have I got on as my special? Let's give this a boost. Boom! I keep calling it a special. What's it called? Power weapon, they call it in this. Yeah, because it's different now. You've got buttons. You've got different. You can put different weapons in your different slots. I think I can't because I think you could only have like pistols and stuff in one section, but you can run like if you find a like I think this is how it works. I'm not really sure yet. If you find an assault rifle in this slot, so technically you could run probably 2 assault rifles and stuff.
That's
and
right.
Then your power weapons, you don't really get LMGs and stuff anymore, or at least I haven't yet. I presume there are some, because there was one in the beta that was a bit like an LMG. But you get like your shotguns, grenade launchers, sniper rifles are all on your what would have been your heavy slot or whatever. So yeah. Anywho, let's crack on. Yeah, they've been getting a lot of negative press about their microtransactions, though, Destiny has. So.
Hey, Dev. I'm still sitting up here above the mines with this busted comm relay. Where's that signal booster?
What microtransaction stuff you can buy?
Yeah, like they put microtransactions back in Destiny 1, but where the fuck am I going up here?
Our new Guardian friend is en route. I'm getting too old to clean up after you, Soraya.
Finally, he admits he's old.
That's an unfortunate name.
And you never let me live it down.
Ah, don't you mean 1 a week? You're the reason my hair is grey.
Yeah, keep talking, old man.
Her name makes me think of psoriasis.
Yeah. That sucks. Yeah, the thing with the microtransactions is like your shaders now, they're like one-time use. So if you use a shader, it's a consumable, and you can. It turns out you can also buy the engrams or whatever it is to get the shaders or whatever. There's supposed to be a lot drop after 20, so it's supposed to be like it's controversy. Some people aren't bothered, a lot of people are, but yeah.
Doesn't sound that big of a deal what colour you are.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It was kind of nice to change your colours and stuff. It's nice to change it up and stuff. I think one of the cool things is you can now colour each individual piece, so you can change.
Yeah, Taylor showed me.
Change the colours of it, but I really don't like.
I think
I don't like the idea that they're consumable.
You're gonna have an absolute glut of them.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
I don't think it'll be an issue.
But I'm not a fan. Like the way they're treating their microtransactions at the moment, it seems like, you know, just tip of the spear. It only seems like they're gonna be getting worse from here on. You know, here onwards. So I think they should use this to learn to err on the side of caution. But yeah, it's not the end of the world, but it's not a great press for them, really. They should like, they shouldn't be, like, if they were really smart and they wanted to do like this shady shit, they should have just not released microtransactions till like 3 months in or something, because they would have sold all the copies down and Although I wonder how many people actually didn't buy because of this malarkey. I'd imagine not a huge amount. Shoot it.
Well, what I think they should do, if they're going to do it, is not to make them really rare, but maybe make certain colour schemes buy only.
I think they should probably just not make them consumable. Or, I don't know.
To be fair, to buy it and then it's gone sounds really ridiculous.
Like maybe they could keep it consumable, but just make it so if you buy, you could. Oh no, because then if they make it so you can buy your shader and keep it, then people will feel like you've got no choice but buy it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, perhaps when you buy it, you should get a set of 10 instead of 1.
I don't know, I just think they should probably not make it consumable.
Fuck it off, yeah,
make something else. It's really weird to make your shaders, if you think about it, a consumable item. It's just, I think they should do something else, think of a new idea. I'm sure they're working on it. I'm sure they're figuring something out. Jeez. Well, that's a way to make an entrance.
We'll have to find another way up to Hawthorne.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm so annoyed about having to come to this late. I would have much preferred to have obviously played it day one.
The Fallen are scavengers of the highest order. They're going to put up a fight
Bloody
for whatever
unfair.
they can get their grubby claws on.
It's Amazon's fault, you know, what are you going to do? Like, I didn't want to risk the funds of having to, you know, because I ain't made of money, like, have 2 games on the go, and one of them I might have to, you know, might not get a refund on, so I didn't want to just, because, like, the digital version as well, I fucking hate it. It's like £10 more expensive, so, like,
Is it?
I'm out at the moment. Amazon should be paying me back, but I'm out like, what, 90 quid or something. No, more than that, even 100. It's like ridiculous. Oh, I don't want that one. Put my power weapon on that. It's kind of cool, that little mantle thing you can do. It's quite nice. Whereas before you just fall over, but I didn't even get him. Oh yeah, another thing that's interesting about this is your like elemental attacks on your weapons and stuff. They're like way more important in this for shields, like dramatically more important. I mean, you probably
Do you have to know which enemy needs what kind of attack though?
No, not really. You just look at the shield. If it's a white shield, it's arc. If it's a orange shield, it's fire. If it's purple, it's void, etc., etc. Oh, I forgot what. Thought I had the.
And is that what you use against it, or do you have to use something opposite?
You match the colour essentially.
Right.
So it's quite easy to, you know, figure out and stuff. I don't know why it feels more intuitive. I think that's how it was before, but it just feels more obvious now. And it's maybe because it makes so much more of a dramatic impact, the damage, so that you notice it more. But yeah, like switching, just you might have seen switching to that weapon. Where the fuck am I going? Have I gotta go down
I think
here?
it's making you go down.
Switching to that arc weapon, like completely wiped out the dude's shield pretty much. So that happens the majority of the time. Obviously, that's not going to happen with bosses, but with just mages and shit, that's a thing. So yeah, the world's up. Oh, hello. Probably got a better sniper rifle than that, but I think it's trying to encourage me to put on a sniper rifle. I think you lose ammo though when you switch out your thing. Oh, actually, it's probably more powerful. Is that the one that I got? I don't know. How about 3 ammo? It's not great for a sniper rifle. Yeah, and sniper rifles are on your power slot now, which was your heavy. Oh, I think timed out there. We'll get on that in a sec. Presumably I'm safe up here. So.
Sorry, lost you.
Yeah. Oh, does it automatically join you back to SharePlay?
Hmm.
Oh,
Well, I've just pressed it. It doesn't take... Once it's active, it's active.
yeah, it's cool. It's the PlayStation Network for you.
Right. I think the servers are probably like well jammed a lot of the time.
Probably.
I had some troubles on the first day.
Yeah, it's bound to happen on the first day, but I think I've only had one timeout.
Mm.
So.
Are there a lot of chests and things still? I haven't seen any.
Yeah, there's quite a bunch of chests. I don't know whether it'll show me. I'll have a look.
Mm. Oh, they're on your map?
Yeah, you see these things?
Yeah.
Crosses. They're all chests.
Hmm.
And you get, I think you get like special rewards. I don't know if they're highlighted, but the other symbol, the lost sectors, you get special rewards for them. So,
Cool.
like, you know, special better loot and stuff.
There's a gun on the floor again.
I don't think, not that I can access.
Oh.
Just a bit of scrap metal.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Oh! Oh dear. I hope I was meant to go down. Yeah, because I've got a restricted thing. I don't know if it did this much when you played single player or whatever.
No respawn.
Yeah.
Did for boss areas.
Did it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it makes more sense now with the story, with the traveller not being there, because you haven't got light in certain areas, because you're just getting powered by this shard, which is a much weaker like source of light.
Mm.
So. So like story-wise, it makes a bit more sense. Take that, you bastards.
Caught them napping, didn't you?
That's right. Give them the old okey doke, is it? Or is it ropey doke? What's it from? From
Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, that's it.
Day of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
I can see the fallen fleeing the mine.
The original Dawn of the Dead, I should
Seems
say.
you've really kicked the hornet's nest, haven't you?
Not the remake, which was meh. Meh at
Yeah.
best.
I have a real issue in zombie movies when they put babies into it.
Oh
Why?
yeah, I forgot about that scene. That scene's gross.
That spoiled it. Not because it's gross, but because it's stupid.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like gross in a like really horrible way. You
It's
know
a
what I mean?
it's a cheap kind of horror use, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. It's a cheap move. And the whole film, there was good parts to it. I quite enjoyed it, but there was oh shit! It's no original Dawn of the Dead. I mean, obviously they've got those like cheesy late 70s sort of, you know, not necessarily cheesy, but you know, like low end production values, like for the 70s and stuff. But just the way they did it and the pacing and the vibe of that whole thing, it was
Well, they didn't have money for loads of like gore shots, so they had to do it like a proper horror movie and build tension.
Yeah, like ghetto. I mean, that's the thing. It's like it's the thing that a lot of horror movies, they're trying to go for these cheap scares, whereas the whole thing with Dawn of the Dead, it's this slight air of like desperation in a dead world, and you can feel it in like every scene. Whereas like other films, they just try and get you cheap jump scares. It's like, once you've seen a few cheap jump scares, you've seen a lot. You know, you've
it's
seen
been several years since we've seen like a notable horror movie.
Yeah. I mean, Dawn of the Dead. Walking Dead's. You know, trying to.
Show.
Yeah, it's a good show, and it's trying to do some things, but I think it.
But the films are dreadful these days.
It falls short in many ways. Yeah, there's not. Unless you're looking for like I said, jump scares. There's not a lot of good horror films. Although that It has come out recently. I bet that's freaky as fuck.
Yeah, I bet they'll fuck it up.
Maybe. But to be fair, they fucked up the original one because it was scary as anything until the end, where it's just a weird giant spider. It's like, what? It's suddenly.
But that's Stephen King. That's the way he writes.
It's ridiculous.
If you read his books, he's fantastic, yeah, but his endings were always shit.
It's like it was so terrifying that it was this like psychological. It's kind of like a Freddy Krueger thing where he's like in your fucking head. What's it? But yeah. Then it turns out it's just this B movie fucking giant spider.
Giant spider.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's just like,
they might fix that though.
Oh,
if everybody says
anymore.
how shit that is, they might fix it.
Power must be out.
What is it, like a mini-series?
What?
Is it like a mini-series?
No, it's a film.
Oh.
It's like a legit film.
Yeah, but isn't the original one like 6 hours long or some craziness?
No, I think it's cut into 2 parts.
It's much longer than a feature length, isn't it?
I think it's in 2 parts. It's like maybe like 4 and a bit hours long or something overall.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure it's in 2 parts. I could be wrong. Cheeky bastards. These fellas are a lot better at flanking.
They're total flankers.
You flanker. Is he like reviving them or something?
I don't know now.
I thought you were dead. Oh shit. Fuck off. Oh yeah, I got my special. And that's
You had an engram drop up there. Did you see?
yeah, again it's there should be time to sweep up afterwards.
I'm just making sure you've seen it.
Oh, I got my super back pretty quick, didn't I? Where is this engram then? Up here?
Up there. Yeah.
Sure, it's not just ammo.
No, it was a green engram.
Where's that then?
I've seen it.
I think you're seeing things.
I don't think I did. Maybe they don't last.
No.
Oh, you just picked it up.
That was weird.
Told you. Told you.
How come I couldn't see it anymore?
I think it rolled.
Maybe it went under like a grate or something.
Apologise for calling me crazy.
Listen to you.
Yep. Do it now.
No, I'm good.
Say sorry as I'm going.
I think it's a tad dramatic.
No.
I didn't actually call you
questioned my
crazy.
honour.
I said I think you're seeing things. That doesn't necessarily mean you're crazy.
That's the same as calling me fucking cookie. I insist.
How about so?
That did it. Killing the servitor brought the power back on.
Good job. Maybe I'll finally get my booster one of these days.
Ah, bollocks. You seem to get your, presumably, you get, because obviously you don't get orbs when you're playing with multiple players, but it must boost your, like, you must get it boosted up from kills now or something when you're playing solo or something. So, oh shit, there's a dude there. Does it matter?
Nah.
Leave you behind. Have that. Oh. This is an interesting thing, a little lift mission. Not seen anything like this before. Kind of reminds me of like a Resident Evil game for some reason.
It's making me a bit jealous.
Is that?
Mm.
No, you could always get it at some point.
I won't want to be like miles behind though.
Yeah, but I'd just start a new character or
Hawthorne, we're out
something.
of the mine and heading your way.
I've got an old
Hurry up with that
character.
booster. Let's finish
No, I
hooking
mean
up the
I
com
would
network.
start a new character and play through it with you if you wanted.
Thanks for the
No,
help. You're not so bad
don't
for
know.
a fancy pants guardian.
Cause you,
Now that's the nicest thing I've ever heard Soraya say. You're in
Psoriasis.
rarefied air, my friend.
that's the nicest thing psoriasis has ever done, because it's usually some liver disease, isn't it?
It's a skin problem.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do decide you want to get it, I'd roll a new character and play through it with you.
I'd probably get it and then get bored of it. I don't know.
Probably. I'm not going to play it like
Hey, I'm right here. I can literally see you.
super, can
Coming.
you? Because I can't see you. Unless you can see through walls. Because yeah, I'm not going to play like super hardcore with it. It's like I said, I just want it for something to drop in and drop out of. So, you know, it's whatevs. And as for DLC, I'm just going to take that shit as it comes. Because I know how, we know too well, like, fucking from vanilla Destiny, how that shit turns out. So, I'm just going to see how I feel about it when the time comes and that, so. And like PvP DLC, just anything about that shit doesn't really work for me. I don't mind Iron Banner so much, but that Osiris shit just doesn't float my boat at all. Not a PvP guy, really.
You made it. Looks like Lewis owes me money. All right. Let's see if this works. Now, have I read the manual right?
She does look like she's got a skin
There's
condition.
an incoming beacon.
I think they're like tattoos and stuff. You quite like her backstory, so that's quite interesting.
If there is any light left in the system, we rally on Titan. Be brave. Guardians.
Zavala's alive. If we leave now, we can...
You are not going to Titan. We've got refugees coming in. The Red Legion on one side, the Fallen on the other.
But we have our powers back. And if we're going to retake the city...
Your city is gone.
Hawthorne, we will be back. And we won't be alone.
You'll know where to find me.
Yeah, she's like a former citizen of the city or whatever, but she left like 10-15 years ago or something, and like prefers to be out in the wilds or whatever. She felt like the tower and all that, you know, that city was like a prison as much as it was, you know, like a safe haven or whatever, and she prefers to be like out in the wilds doing her own thing and that. So
it would save us both a lot of time if you would just kill me.
Is that the speaker?
yeah, they've captured him.
One who calls himself Speaker, you have remarkably little to say. We've learned that one of your guardians has reconnected to the light. You say you have no power over the Traveler, yet this... Help me understand, Speaker.
The light lives in all places, in all things.
You're not going to give me the metachlorian
Block
malarkey,
it,
are we?
even try to trap it, but the light will find its way. And the Traveler will protect itself.
The Traveler. For years I have studied it. The worlds it has touched. Its power over life and death. We are not so different, your Traveler and I.
You are nothing like the Traveler. Nothing. You think you have power, control. I know your kind. You started small. You will end small.
If the Traveler truly has chosen humanity of its own free will, then there is no reason I should not reach inside, tear out the light for myself, and leave this system in ashes.
Only those the Traveler chooses will be reborn in the light.
Yes. This I know. This is why I have claimed your planet, and why you still live. The Traveler will choose me, Speaker. And you are going to tell me how.
You know why he's so bitter and so desperate to be chosen?
Is it because he looks a bit like Darth Vader, and he's sick of the comparison?
I was gonna say no. He auditioned for Mr. Freeze in Batman and didn't get it.
Get to the chopper. I know he doesn't say that in there. He probably says something cheesy like "Cool down, man," or whatever.
Yeah, along those lines.
Something like that.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Oh, that was a great Batman. Who needs the Nolan Batman when you've got
The pinnacle.
what was it,
Pinnacle
Batman and
of
Robin?
Batmans.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We can go to Titan. Cool. So yeah, that's that first mission, and well, not the first mission. That's that mission, not the first one. It's like the third or fourth.
First of the evening.
Yeah, first of the evening. Correct. That's where I made my little stumble. Yeah, so we'll leave this one here and pick it up in the next video.